to recapitulate where we are, we started with the idea that r double prime equals negative g big M over r squared times the u sub r vector. Again, expressing the fact that the net force is back toward the planet, toward the sun. Net force on the planet is back toward the sun. Now, what we get from this is, if we take two derivatives of r, we get some multiple of u sub r plus another multiple of u sub theta, and that's equal to the negative gm over r squared times u sub r. I'm not going to fill in these multiples. You've seen what these expressions are, but the key is that this left-hand side of the equation is now a multiple of ur. There's no u theta component. Now the u theta component is simply the expression you see here, so that all this implies that this equation is 0. 2r prime d theta dt plus r second derivative theta with respect to t equals 0, and that implies a chain of reasoning that leads us to the conclusion that r squared equals a over w, where a is a constant greater than 0, and you recall that w was defined up here to be d theta dt. Now we can come into this little box here. R squared equals a over w implies r squared w equals a, which is a constant, which we understand to be greater than 0. But what's w? It's d theta dt, so that we conclude that r squared d theta dt equals a, which is a constant greater than 0. Now this is very important relationship. This is going to turn out to be our conservation of angular momentum, as we're going to see